Welcome, welcome. We're going to go over the AP Statistics Free Response question, number 1, from the 2015 exam. Now, this is a common question. I think it shows up about half the time, something similar to this. We have two box plots, and they actually want us to compare the distributions of these two box plots. Then they want us to give a good reason why we would like this one or we would like that one. And this question we had in class more than once was the battery question. Same thing, but we did it with back-to-back stem plots. So you could ask the same information with stem plots or with box plots. So let's dive in. The question states, two large corporations, A and B, hired many new college grads for accountants at an entry-level position. So these are two accounting companies. All right, now it says in 2009, so we went back and collected some data. Back then, anybody that came to the company, they paid $36,000. And so that was your starting salary. They gave everybody the same starting salary. Now, at each of the corporation, we then collected data from 30 employees who were hired back in 2009, so who started out at $36,000 and were still employed 5 years later. So these are all the people, 30, I believe it would be 30 because it says each corporation. So this is talking about 30 people who've now worked for the company for 5 years, and this is their salary now in 2014. And this is 30 people, and that's their salary now in 2014. And so box plots can be used to compare distributions, and that's exactly what we're going to do. And so anytime you're comparing distributions, you should think of the word CUS and BS to make sure you don't lose any of your points, and so that's exactly what I'm going to do. Question A. For center, I'm going to say the median salary is approximately the same for both A and B companies. Notice the median is this line, and they're practically the same, okay? U means anything unusual. Gaps, outliers. So I can say Company B has no outliers. Well, Company A has 2 outliers. Okay? So ultimately, the two very highest salaries, which will be important if you want to work there, you're like, who are these people? Are they the boss's kids? Because that's how much money I want to make 5 years. If this is where you started and now you make 70 or 80, you're like, ooh, that's looking good. So Corp B has no outliers, while Company A has 2, which are the 2 highest salaries in both companies. Now I'm going to talk about one of the S's. I should talk about spread. So you can talk about spread at range or interquartile range. So I can say the range and the interquartile range of the salaries. We always want to be specific. Are greater for Corp A than Corp B. So what am I looking at? Notice this is the range, or the range without the outliers, and this is the range for Company B. So this has a much bigger range, which could be good, could be bad. Because you might want some predictability here. You're like, ugh, that would be really ugly. Because this would mean you'd stay there for 5 years and not get a raise at all. And that'd be really, really sad. So the interquartile range is this box here. So notice the range, the overall range is more for A, and the interquartile range is more for A. And shape. Now the shape looks relatively the same, but we're still talking median here. So it may be some amount of skewness. So I'm just going to say both have similar shapes. And I'm going to stop there because this is going to be question 2015, question 1A, just so my video doesn't get too long. Go ahead and watch the next video to get part B. Thanks for watching.